Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Glowing Card Sports. I'm Adam, as always, and this is your Week 17 results show. We're going to go over my picks from last week and look to see how I did. And then in the next video, I will make the picks for the final Week 18. And then one final video the following week to see how I did. I'll probably have uh, more, at least one more video on the Broncos. I have again changed my mind on Sean Payton and maybe a little bit on the ownership. Let me get into that just a little bit. Initially, I didn't think Sean Payton was the correct fit for the Broncos with the team that was currently there. And I thought, he kind of changed my mind during that winning streak because I thought what he had done was he had evaluated the talent, and that's what he was doing, evaluating that talent, and then figuring out at the same time how to make those work and get the team advanced. Turns out that was kind of a fluke. He didn't do any of that, and now he's benched Russell Wilson and can't. The excuse is Russell Wilson wasn't my guy. I don't care if he was your guy or not. You make it work. It's what you do as a head coach. I mean, if you're a really great head coach, Hall of Fame type of coach, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what players you have out there. You're going to get them to work, and you're going to get them into the playoffs, and you're going to get them. Eventually, you're going to get them to a Super Bowl. Although there have been great coaches, and the one that really comes to mind is Dan Reeves. He coached the Broncos to 3 Super Bowls, never won one. And then he went to Atlanta and unfortunately had to face John Elway in his final season. Um, I'm almost sure if Atlanta had played anyone else, they might have won that one. But they had no chance against the Broncos. They knew Dan Reeves too well in his place games. But I've completely flipped on Sean Payton again. I know, flip floppy, make up your mind, Adam. But we get new information, we make new choices, we figure it out. But Sean Payton to me is, I don't think he's the coach for Denver. Though that's the thing, and the question then becomes, well, if you're not going to go with him, who do you go with? Who do you replace him with? Same thing with Russell Wilson. If you're not going to go with him, who do you replace him with? If you don't have an option, you play him until you do. Period. That's all there is to it. Right now, the guy that replaced him coming in, not as good. You can just tell he's just not as good as Russell Wilson. He's okay. I mean, you can tell Russell Wilson wasn't worth everything Denver paid to get him. And I think that was true last year, too. So, really, yeah, I might get into more of that in a specific video. But as things stand, let's just get into it and see how I did for last week. I can't seem to get out of Thursday night without a loss. I can't even hope to run the table. Like, I can't get out of Thursday and go, okay, that's one win. Maybe. No. That being said, first game up, Jets, Browns. I picked the Jets by 7. Browns win by 17. And we have our first loss of the week, Thursday night, straight out of the gate. Then I have, this is where the advantage comes in. This is a perfect example of something I wanted to talk about doing these videos. When you're taking these teams, this is why you take the plus over the minus. most of the time, especially if you think the game's going to be close or you're not sure. Because I have the Lions by 6.5. The Cowboys do win that, but they only win by 1 point. And as we all know, the Lions kind of got screwed in that game, and the Lions could have actually won that game. So, Lions 6.5, that's a win. Then I had the Patriots at plus 12. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, you're adding so many points that it becomes very difficult for a team to actually cover that. So as we just saw with the Lions, they lost by 1, but you're giving me 6.5 points with them. I win. It's such a huge advantage. You take the Cowboys there minus 6.5. They not only have to win, they have to get that 6.5 point win. So it becomes a lot tougher, especially when you get to the double digits, to start taking teams like that. So the Patriots plus 12. And the Bills do win, but they only win by 6. So that is another W. I get another win. Look at that. This is looking already better than the last couple weeks. We have the Giants next up on the docket. And it was the Giants plus 6. Look at that. Another game, a 1-point win. Now the Giants don't win this. Rams win by 1, 26-25. But I get plus 6 with the Giants, so that means that is also a win. We're racking them up now. All right, let's go to the Texans minus 3.5. See, you have to really think somebody's going to win to take the minus on that. I've got to stop the video. I've got to start over. God dang it. Just kidding. There's a pause button on the recording. I didn't see that before. Yeah, just trying to figure out a little dinner on our side over here. So that's what was going on there. But let's continue on. Where were we? Texans minus 3.5 is what I have. Let's see. So again, the plus is such an advantage. I really feel that. That it's almost better just to take. I wouldn't take all pluses. There's definitely going to be some that cover, but those are the ones. That's really what you have to figure out is which ones are going to cover. You know, you have teams like normally like the Cowboys, but I didn't think against the Lions they would cover 7. I know they're generally a higher scoring team. Boy, that playoff, they're going to meet in the playoffs. That's going to be a heck of a game. We'll see what happens there. Anyway, let's get back to it. So far, we have a loss to the Jets on Thursday night. A loss for the Jets. I picked them plus 7. See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you felt like that the Browns were really going to cover that, and I should have thought about that because that was to clinch a playoff spot. And if I had really thought about it, I probably would have taken the Browns in that. But I didn't, and it's a loss. So we have a loss to the Jets, but then we have wins from the Lions, Patriots, Giants. Texans are 3.5 favorites. Let's go see if we can find them. Oh my goodness. They really crushed it, didn't they? Texans 26 over the Titans, 3 points. So they win by 23. Another win? What? Oh my gosh. That's 4 in a row. All right. Cardinals. Here we go. I think the Cardinals won outright. And they're 10.5. Yeah, they did. Cardinals beat the Eagles. Well, like, I called it, but not for the right reason. I didn't think the Cardinals would win that, but I I didn't think they would lose by 10.5. So I win it. That's pretty incredible, actually. Man, this is going extremely well. Way better than I thought it would. We got the Bears up next. If I can find it. There we go. I have the Bears -3. They win by 20. What? Another win? Did I almost run the table even though I missed the Jets? What's going on here? Ravens 3.5. Let's see here. I bet I start losing some here pretty quick. Whoa. Ravens 56. Dolphins 19. Yep, that's a win. Big time. Big time. That's almost like when the Dolphins put up 70 on Denver. Huh. What goes around comes around, right? Denver is officially eliminated from the playoffs, by the way. Found that out during the game when I was watching it. With the Steeler win that eliminated them from a wild card. And dang it if the Chiefs didn't beat the Bills. And that also eliminates them from the AFC West, winning that. That's why winning that game against the Patriots last week or the week before was so critical. They win that one, they're tied with the Steelers going into the final week, and the Steelers are playing the Birds, the Ravens. So that really, I know the Ravens are probably going to sit a bunch of people since they have the 1 seed and they're not playing for anything. But they still could have beat the Steelers, and Denver could have gotten that wild card on week 18. It would have come again all straight down to the Raiders, although the Raiders lost. So all that would happen this week is if the Raiders won, they would knock the Broncos out of the park. Now it's just a game. It doesn't really matter. I'm not even sure I'll watch it. I might watch it. I mean, what's the point of watching it if Russell Wilson's not going to play? I don't think Denver's even going to win that game, to be honest. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the numbers are, who I'll pick. All right. Niners by 13.5. Again, I had to be really sure on this one, and I was pretty sure. Let's take a look. Niners 27, Commanders 10. That's a win. Oh, man. I got both big double-digit games this week. That's impressive. Look at this total. Holy crap. So I have a loss to the Jets, but then it's the Lions win, Giants win, Texans win, Cardinals win, Bears win, Ravens win, Niners win. Wow, what a run. I picked 7 straight games. Whoa. That's impressive. It really is. This is going to be a winning week already. Well, if I lose the rest out, then I'm still going to be happy with this. So, what else we got? We got the Raiders +3. What do we got? And the Raiders lose by 3. And we've already made that rule. We've established it. That a tie wins for the house, which is me. So I get a win for that as well. I mean, it's kind of a cheap rule, but hey, it's my channel. You do what you want. I'm doing this. Raiders +3. That's another win. Man, it's looking really good. Jaguars -7. I don't know if they won. Oh, Jaguars 26, Panthers 0. Man, oh, the Panthers are so bad. So bad. That's another win. Holy moly. I got the Seahawks by 3.5. I think the Seahawks lost, though. Let me see if I can find it here. Where are you, little Seahawks? Oh, yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. when I thought it was close. I thought Seahawks probably going to beat the Steelers, but they did not. So Steelers win by 7, and again, they clinched that AFC wild card, knocking Denver out. Now, actually, I don't think they've clinched it. Well, maybe they have. I don't remember. I just know there are 2 remaining teams that could still knock people out of the playoffs that currently hold the playoff spot. So nothing's going to be decided until week 18, which is good. I always like it when there's some things on the table. It still makes it exciting the last week. I do remember there's been a few seasons in the past where that it doesn't go like that, where like 3 weeks to go, everything's decided. Nobody's playing for anything. Even the seeds are decided. You know who the 1 seed, 2 seeds are going to be, and the wild cards. And there's no give or take. And those last 3 weeks, it's like, let's just go to the playoffs. Why are we watching this? Anyway, Seahawks minus 3.5. They lose, so that's a loss. Chargers minus 5. Yeah, I picked them. They lose by 7, so it was close. I didn't even know at the time that Russell Wilson was not going to play, but knowing that on top, I would have taken the Chargers even more so. Bengals plus 7. I thought they were going to win outright, and the Chiefs, they lose by 8. These are so close. So close. Golly. I could have won all 4 of these games, and I just didn't. 3. Oh, yeah, the Vikings lost. That's going to be an L, too. That's what I thought. That's why I said that. Not bad overall, though. So the Bengals, I had plus 7. They lose by 8. The Vikings are the one that I really just missed because they lost by 23, and I had the Vikings. They were favored by 2 to win that. It's weird because you never know what Packers are going to show up on the field because it seems like they should have won a couple of these past 2-3 weeks and just didn't. And then they come play the Vikings, who I thought were going to make the playoffs, and they just obliterate them. So it's hard to call on the Packers. So that Vikings game is a loss as well. But overall, we have 1 loss. We have 5 losses overall with the last 4. It's so streaky this week. It was all or nothing. I lose on Thursday night with the Jets, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wins. 5 losses? Wait, that can't be right. Who didn't play? There's no more buys. Where's the 16th game? What didn't I pick? Dang it. Who'd I miss? Oh, man. I'm dumb. I am dumb. Saints Buccaneers. I think I would have called it for the Saints, but I'll tell you what. I have another thing that I actually did. We're going to go with whatever I put on that. Oh, man, I'm stupid. I bet I lose this. Why am I even looking? I should just take it the way it is right now. 10-5. And not worry about it. Now I picked all 16. I should have picked all 16. Who didn't catch me? Why aren't you in the comments going, hey, you missed one, idiot? This is why you need to grow the channel. I need subscriptions and likes and comments and stuff like that so that I can get a editor who can work with me, who will say, hey, this is the next game, this is the spread, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But didn't. All right. Sorry, I'm just doing a little research in the background here. Okay, here we got last week's. And we got... Okay, it would have been the Bucks -3. So I did take the Bucks -3. Stupid. All right, let's get it on there. Bucks -3 loss. That'll be 6 L's. So I go 10 wins, 6 losses. Over 500 this week. So stay tuned for that next video. I'll release that probably here in, I don't know, overnight. Check in the morning or later tonight. I'll probably put that one together, get it out 10 o'clock local time, so that'll be 10 Mountain. Adjust your clocks accordingly. I'll try and get it out around that time. But here is your results show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did putting that together. This has been fun, and I'm really looking forward to the final week of this and seeing if I can actually go over 500. So I need to win 3 more games than I lose. So I got to have a week pretty close to what I had this week. We'll see if I can do it. All right. As always, thank you for joining me on Glowing Card Gaming. And you know the rest. Be good to each other.